Right, so here we have part 3 of the polytunnel build. So this is where we are at the minute. So timbers on, and I've put the side ventilation netting on as well, just loosely at the minute. Still to be fixed at bottom rail, but that'll come a bit later. Just want to show you this setup here on side rail. So here we've got a piece of wood nailed on top, 2x1, and that's nailed on top of some DPC. Just building DPC, 6-inch it is, that DPC, and I put it on top of there. You'll see why after when I put my gutter in on, but that basically sits into your gutter when gutter goes on. So under there is where the green netting is fastened to. Just tack it on to start with, but what will happen is when we put a sheet on, all that will get trapped by another rail, which is that one on top there. That's going to go underneath there, and I'll show you that when we get to that stage. Hopefully we're going to do that in a few days. So yeah, I've got the got the anti-hotspot tape to put on yet, clean metal down, get grease off, and then get the anti-hotspot tape on, which supplied is I think 25-30mm, but I buy extra. I get a different one. I get 50mm wide anti-hotspot tape because I think that just does a better job, so I add that onto my cost really, but I'll prefer the 2-inch 50mm on top of them hoops. So yeah, prepped all ground really. It's pretty flat now, or as flat as I'm going to get it anyway. And then I'll show you this up here. I don't know whether I've put this on a previous video, but this is me prevailing wind comes here, so this is me posting there, concrete post down there, nice deep foundation for that, and then I put a wooden post on outside so I can fasten this side rail to it there, and that fastens to there, and that's just to stop the rock of the polytunnel, because one thing what wears the anti-hotspot tape out and the cover is that gentle rocking. When you get wind and it's rocking and rocking, you need to try and take as much as that rock out, or that rocking, as possible. So yeah, you'll see that is pretty solid. So I think that's where we are at the minute. 2 more down at bottom there. All the fastenings at bottom, look, as I said, they're all down at bottom because that's where all the strain is when you change it from a polythenic ground to a side rail. So there's just a screw goes in there. Put one of them self tappers in there. I'll probably put some more in when I get round to it, and then I'll put some self tappers up into them as well as brackets on. And you'll see they get fastened on joints both ways. Pretty simple that really, once you get stuff sorted. So I think that's where we have it, and then hopefully in a few more days the cover is going to go on, so I'll show you how I do the cover. And the cover can be put on, and it don't have to be a perfect day really. You can have a little bit of breeze, but I'll show you how you get over that breeze by doing it the way we do. But don't forget, this is a slightly smaller sheet. You know, if you're building like a 27-foot wide or something like that, you have got a big sheet to deal with. But this is only 14-foot wide, so it's well manageable for 2, which is me and the wife. So I will post that in a few days' time. Cheers.